Never did I foresee that a tranquil evening spent with my dog would herald the onset of a profound transformation, one that would unfold in silence. As my husband pursued his ambitions, I found myself at home with Rocky, reawakening to the essence of being truly alive once more. Before we embark on this narrative journey, I kindly invite you to subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up to the video. Ensuring you receive more tales of this nature, never did I foresee that a seemingly ordinary evening spent with my dog while my partner was away would transform into one of the most profound moments of my existence. It all started a few weeks back when my husband departed for yet another business trip, leaving me to navigate the quiet of our home alongside Toby, our golden retriever. The house, in his absence, was enveloped in a stillness that seemed to weigh more than mere silence. It wasn't unfamiliar. As the days passed, I became accustomed to this stillness. His work trips were frequent, sometimes lasting several days or even weeks. I recognized the demands of his career and chose not to hold it against him. Ultimately, his profession afforded us a life of comfort within a spacious dwelling, complete with an expansive backyard that Toby delighted in exploring. Toby had been my faithful companion for 5 years. We welcomed him into our lives when he was merely a gangly little pup, and from that moment on, he transformed into something far greater than just a pet. His presence calmed me in ways I couldn't articulate, particularly during those extended periods when my husband was absent. That particular evening, much like countless others, the silence in the house enveloped me. I attempted to chase it away with melodies and cinema, yet nothing appeared to suit the sensation. Toby, ever the loyal companion, settled his head upon my lap, as if to convey, "I am here." As my fingers glided through his velvety fur, a profound sense of tranquility washed over me. In that serene and unremarkable instant, I came to understand the extent to which he had occupied a void I had never even allowed myself to recognize. The life afforded by my husband's career bestowed upon us a sense of stability, a residence nestled in the suburbs, and a solitude that frequently seemed to extend into infinity. Yet amidst it all, Toby remained my steadfast anchor. Throughout the years, he had transformed into the unwavering rhythm in a life that at times seemed devoid of substance. With each passing day, as my husband's absences became a regular occurrence, Toby stood by my side, unwavering in his loyalty and affection. His gaze, unique and profound, seemed to convey an understanding that surpassed that of many humans. Evenings, long and silent, seemed to carry a touch of warmth, all because of him. Following a solitary dinner, I would frequently discover Toby nestled at my feet. His golden coat exuded a comforting warmth. His tail would gently tap the floor whenever our eyes met, a gentle, comforting cadence that anchored my spirit. On a quiet evening, while my fingers glided over his back, a thought crossed my mind. What would my life be like without him? Our existence was indeed comfortable, yet at times it seemed profoundly devoid of purpose. The gap that had formed between my husband and me emerged gradually, almost imperceptibly, and remained unspoken between us. Yet with Toby present, the weight of loneliness grew lighter. He was more than merely a dog. He stood as a silent observer in the tapestry of my existence, a steadfast presence I relied upon without conscious awareness. On that night, the stillness of the house felt infinite. The television murmured softly in the background, yet the void remained unfilled, untouched by its flickering glow. I abandoned a half-filled glass of wine on the table and cast my gaze down at Toby. He raised his gaze, his eyes brimming with a tenderness and understanding, as if he could decipher the unspoken words that lingered between us. I murmured almost instinctively, "You're always here." His tail responded with a gentle thump, as though attempting to alleviate the burden I bore. The nights without my husband unfolded in a rhythm I knew all too well. As the distractions dissipated, I found myself alone with my thoughts. That night they gathered around the void I endeavored to leave unnamed. The dwelling, though imbued with a certain warmth, resonated with an emptiness. Yet Toby remained steadfast and unwavering, a vibrant, pulsing testament that I was not entirely solitary. There are moments, Toby, when I find myself pondering. I started, then hesitated, fearful of shaping what came next. He remained still, merely observing me with that steadfast gaze. In that stillness, I sensed a slight easing of my solitude. The minutes stretched endlessly. I perused the contents of my phone, images of families beaming, sharing laughter, full of life. The disparity was excruciating. Toby, still lying beside me, gently placed his head on my lap. My fingers brushed against his fur once more, and I let out a soft sigh. At times, I find myself longing for a world where everything is more straightforward, Toby. He emitted a gentle sound. His tail swayed gently, a silent gesture of empathy. Toby possessed an extraordinary ability to transform even the most challenging moments into something bearable. He never questioned, never demanded. He simply coexisted with me in a state of calm and love. I poured another glass of wine. As ever, he trailed me, a luminous specter perpetually close at hand. Once again on the couch, he settled beside me, his gaze lingering on me with a silent inquiry of my well-being. Within the stillness, an essence lingered, profound and genuine. I observed him, his rhythmic breaths anchoring me, his warmth providing comfort. What would we do without one another? Wouldn't you agree? I inquired, a subtle smile gracing my lips. His tail thumped with that familiar rhythm, a reassuring signal that everything would be all right. The night deepened, shadows creeping across the windows as the outside world faded into obscurity. I rose to draw the curtains, Toby trailing behind me as he always did. This had evolved into our ritual, our silent choreography. He never let me face the silence alone. I made my way back to the couch and let out a slow, deliberate breath. There are moments, Toby, when I find myself questioning the very essence of it all. This dwelling, this solace, yet so scant vitality within. He gazed at me with a tenderness that filled his eyes. Though my words eluded his comprehension, there was an undeniable sense that he grasped their essence. I perceived in that gaze, I am present, unlistening. In that fleeting instant, it sufficed. As dawn broke, the familiar cadence resumed. Toby racing into the yard, me sipping coffee, watching him greet the world like it was all new. I had begun to observe him more intently in recent days, clinging to these serene instances. Yet on that particular morning, a shift occurred. Toby made his way back. Something gripped tightly within his jaws. I crouched low to examine a time-worn leather notebook, its surface marked by the passage of years, probably discovered in the shadow of the trees. "What have you discovered, my lad?" I inquired, my fingers gently massaging behind his ears as I turned the pages with a soft flick. They brimmed with notes, sketches, and fragments of thought. It must have belonged to someone who had lived here before. Yet within the faded ink, fragments of my being emerged, my aspirations, solitude, and uncertainties. Toby lingered close by, observing with an unwavering serenity. "I always find solace in your ability to guide me back to what truly matters," I whispered gently, caressing his head. That unassuming revelation awakened a deep resonance within me. Perhaps it was the moment to infuse these walls with a greater vibrancy. Perhaps it was the moment to cease allowing silence to shape my existence. Eventually, I found myself perched on a bench in the park, enveloped by the embrace of trees and the distant echoes of children at play. Toby reclined at my feet. His gaze drifted towards the birds and squirrels, a blend of casual curiosity illuminating his expression. "You know, Toby," I whispered softly, "I believe I've lost touch with what it truly means to feel alive." He brightened as though anticipating my next words. "Perhaps that is the case. Every moment of silence, every instance of waiting. What am I truly waiting for?" The breeze embraced my voice and he lingered nearby, calm and reassuring. A memory surfaced, echoing a sentiment my husband once expressed. "Toby is your finest therapist." On that day, it resonated with authenticity. Upon returning home, a subtle change had occurred within me. It was unclear whether it was the conversation we shared, the serene atmosphere of the park, or perhaps the mere fact of Toby's presence that stirred something within me. As I slid open the drawer, my fingers brushed against a blank notebook, and I felt the urge to begin writing. Visions, emotions, lost fragments of my being spilled onto the paper. With each word, a sense of buoyancy enveloped me. Toby rested beside me, as he always did, a sentinel of this serene metamorphosis. That evening, I found myself confiding in him. "You know, Toby, there are moments when I question whether this is truly the life I envisioned." He locked his gaze with mine, a depth that seemed to pull me in, and gently nudged my hand until I resumed petting him, as if that simple gesture could soothe every turbulent thought within me. I had been asking myself more and more, is this the life I imagined? A stunning residence yet devoid of life, a companion frequently missing, a routine that had begun to feel like a loop. And yet Toby managed to infuse even that with a sense of significance. He sought nothing and offered all. As I prepared dinner one evening, I found myself confessing aloud. My desire to travel has always been rooted in a quest for self-discovery, not in the pursuit of companionship. I yearn to explore the world, savor exotic cuisines, and wander through streets that are foreign to me. Toby inclined his head, a silent inquiry lingering in the air as if to say, "So why not?" The question lingered in my mind. The following morning, while strolling through the park, I caught sight of a sign. A forthcoming workshop dedicated to the art of creative writing will be held at the neighborhood bookstore. It captured my attention. Perhaps this marked the beginning. Not a grand escape, but a modest leap towards something uniquely mine. Upon our return home, I meticulously noted the details and vowed to myself that I would go. That choice, seemingly trivial, ignited a fire within me. Perhaps all I needed to do was heed that soft whisper I had long overlooked, the one Toby always appeared to perceive with such clarity. For the first time in what felt like ages, I sensed a faint connection to the person I once was.